The late afternoon sun filtered through the windows of our tiny department office as I ran in to grab some papers. As I waited for them to finish printing, I examined the old books stacked on the shelf above the printer, brought to our school in Bulgaria by some other expat teacher many years ago, judging by the dust. One caught my eye, William Zinser's Guide to Writing Nonfiction, on writing well. I snagged it with my papers and headed back upstairs. Little did I know, I just picked up my new favorite writing book, and the one that would give me my most consistent improvement in my own writing. It's the switch that made me start this podcast with, the late afternoon sun filtered through the windows instead of, it was late afternoon. Did you spot the difference? Welcome to the Thursday edition of the Spark Creativity Teacher Podcast, a podcast for English teachers in search of creative teaching strategies. Today, we're talking about a simple but highly impactful piece of writing advice you can give to every single student. I heard it first from William Z. all those years ago, and now I want to share it with you. Okay, here's the simple rule. Your students need to watch out for the verb to be. Sure, it's useful. I just used it. But it's actually too useful. It can quickly become the driver of any piece of writing with constant lines like, he was bored, they were hungry, she was late, we're tired. When we see writing like this, we might be tempted to launch into a fairly complex explanation of show, don't tell. But it's even easier to give students a highlighter and ask them to find all the to-be verbs in their piece. Have them highlight was, were, and are, then pause to take in the fact that their whole piece is now bright yellow. Then show them how to flip the switch. Let's take he was bored as our model. How can a student write he was bored without the to-be construction? How about this? After 6 hours of waiting at the airport gate, Ben had finally mastered the art of sleeping standing up. Or let's try they were hungry. Switch in. Jen and Jenny felt sure they could eat a dozen of the salted caramel cream donuts immediately, each. As you can see, in general, the switch away from to be leads to far more specific descriptive writing. It's like a game, shifting writing from black and white to full color. Will there still be times when to be makes sense? For sure. You don't want kids to change it out every single time. But making them aware of the potential can make a huge impact on their writing. I know it definitely has on mine over years of writing for you. If you're looking for a way to help students remember this quick tip, try spending 15 minutes on a poster project. Invite all your students to create posters featuring a boring to be sentence in black and white with the to be verb construction in red, so they all kind of match. It looks like a series. Then have them make a second poster for a new version of the sentence with more vivid description matched by more vivid, colorful imagery highlighting it. Put the best ones up on your wall as a reminder of this tip and refer back to your models when students are editing their writing. It's such a simple rule, but it makes such a big impact. Remind your students that to be can be boring, and you'll help them level up their writing game across genres.